everyone, we are glad we are together again tonight. So welcome to this English News edition. Let's start with the headlines. The Kingdom of Qatar is ready to invest in Burundi in energy, mines, tourism, banks and telecom sectors. This emerged from an audience that the head of state Evariste Ndayishimiye granted to a Qatari investors delegation from the Al Mansour Holding Group. The delegation was led by Sheikh Mansour bin Jabbar Al Thani, Prince of Qatar, this Sunday. And in old news, thousands of demonstrators are in the streets across Israel today calling for an end to the war in Gaza as military prepares for a new offensive. Israeli police made dozens of arrests as demonstrators blocked the roads and set tires on fire. They have also called for a general strike this Sunday. Welcome again, I'm Marcel Hakamkama. Details now. The Kingdom of Qatar is ready to invest in Burundi in energy, mines, tourism, banks and telecom sectors. This emerged from an audience that the head of state Evariste Ndayishimiye granted to a Qatari investors delegation from the Al Mansour Holding Group. The delegation was led by Sheikh Mansour bin Jabbar Al Thani, Prince of Qatar. And 11 partnership agreements have just been signed between Burundi government and the Qatari investors of the Al Mansour Holding Group under the guidance of Nestor Naouye. These agreements relate on cooperation in several key such as fuel, mines, agriculture, telecommunication, infrastructure. Details on this report will be available in our next editions. And the railway construction project will increase the Burundian economy via the export of minerals. This was said by the head of state Evariste Ndayishimiye during the official launch of Oviza Musingati Railway construction project this Saturday. Fabien Yonizgie has more.
During this ceremony of laying the first stone and the symbol of the official launch of the construction works of the Oviza Musongati Railway, an activity that was carried out this Saturday by the President of the Republic of Burundi, Evariste Ndayishimiye, and the Tanzanian Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa. Different speakers of the day insist on the advantages and opportunities that this railway will bring to the two countries, including Burundi and the United Republic of Tanzania. On the Burundian side, Burundian Prime Minister Nestor Naouye indicated that this railway comes at the right time for the Burundian people. According to him, it is a very important step that Burundi has just taken, which will allow the implementation of its vision, emerging country in 2040 and developed country in 2060. Nestor Naouye stressed that this railway will also help relieve congestion on roads currently overloaded by the transport of goods but truck, which also leads to the rapid deterioration. He said that thanks to this project, Burundi will benefit from many opportunities which will increase the country's economy. Burundian Prime Minister Nestor Naouye stated that studies conducted by experts on the construction of this railway have shown that Burundi can earn approximately $3 million per month from this project. In his speech, Burundian President Evariste Ndayishimiye stated that this joint initiative between Burundi and Tanzania is undoubtedly an eloquent sign on the long-standing good diplomatic relations between Burundi and Tanzania. He symbolizes this railway as an umbilical cord linking these two countries. Regarding the opportunities that Burundi will gain from this project, the President of the Republic, Evariste Ndayishimiye, emphasized that this project promotes the mining sector, which is the cornerstone of the country's sustainable development, given that the Musongati site is considered as a mining site, including nickel and other mines. The President of the Republic announced that this railway will promote the export of these minerals and others that will be exploited in different parts of the country. It should be remembered that this project is expected to be carried out over a period of 5 years.
Pietro Parolin, the Vatican State Secretary, calls on Burundian Roman Catholic Church to stick with the Word of God, to avoid sins, and to testify their Christian faith taught during today's Mass at Monsignor Gikungu. Take a look.
The Sunday Mass at Monsignor Gikungu in Bujumbura was celebrated by Cardinal Pietro Parolin, Vatican Secretary of State, in the presence of different Christians, as well as senior Burundian authorities, including the Vice President of the Republic, Prosper Bazombanza, Burundi Prime Minister Nestor Ntahontuye, as well as others. In his welcoming remarks, Archbishop Gervais Banshimiyubusa of Bujumbura Diocese recorded on the importance of this shrine as a place of reconciliation, sacraments, and a spiritual renewal for the country's families and the faithful. In his homily, Cardinal Parolin expressed his joy at presiding over this Mass in a place steeped in spirituality 35 years after the holistic visit of Pope John Paul II. He conveyed the greetings of Pope Leon XVI to all the faithful and praised the collaboration between the Catholic Church and the Burundian authorities in favor of lasting peace and the common good. Based on these today's readings, he invited Christians to welcome the Word of God, turn away from sin, and be courageous witnessing to Christ. He emphasized that following Jesus requires commitment, truth, and overcoming fear.
And as on the 20th of August begins the international volleyball competition in Bujumbura, Serge Nakavura, president of the National Federation, said that preparations are almost at the end and invites the fans to come to support the national team. Take a look.
The 2 days left to begin this competition, preparations for the Burundi side are good. Serge Nakavura, the president of the National Volleyball Federation, reassures volleyball fans that they will pay a small sum to facilitate a large number of spectators to come and support the national team. The technical director of the International Volleyball Federation appreciates the current situation.
Every Burundian should be very proud of the organization here representing Burundi, and the teams will be getting the World Tour points here, which is very important for the Olympics. So if you want to be in the Olympics, this is the path you need to be taking. So this is a first step. You play the Beach Pro Tour Features event, and then Challenge events, and then L16 event, and the World Championships. That's how you can actually qualify for the Olympics. Yes, we expect everybody to be at the courts, and it's open to spectators, of course, and it will be televised on FIV's World Tour internet channel as well. So we are expecting a very high quality matches, so everybody is welcome.
We'll let you know that all matches will also be watched on social media.
In what new, thousands of demonstrators are in the streets across Israel today calling for an end to the war in Gaza as the military prepares for an offensive. Israeli police made dozens of arrests as demonstrators blocked the roads and set tires on fire. They have also called for a general strike this Sunday. Take a look.
A day of stoppage to protest the war and demand the hostages return. Demonstrators gathered at dozens of points across Israel, including major highways, where they blocked lanes and lit bonfires to get their message out. With the Israeli government approving a plan to take control of Gaza City, many say there's little time left.
I'm here today because this is our last chance to stop the insanity, stop the war, stop the government from sacrificing our hostages, sacrificing many more soldiers.
They were joined by Israeli opposition leader Yair Lapid.
We are shutting down the country today because our hostages in Gaza are not subjects that the government is allowed to sacrifice for the war effort. They are citizens that the government must return back home to their families. They will not stop us. They will not exhaust us. They will not tire us. We will continue to fight until the hostages return home. There is a deal and the war ends.
With domestic pressure intensifying, the Israeli Prime Minister lashed out at the demonstrators, accusing them of emboldening Hamas's position in negotiations.
Those who are calling today for an end to the war without the defeat of Hamas are not only strengthening Hamas and delaying the release of our hostages, they are also ensuring that the horrors of October 7th will repeat themselves over and over again.
Benjamin Netanyahu finds himself in a tight spot as he tries to appease the far-right members in his governing coalition who oppose any deal with Hamas. Still, the protesters say they will keep demonstrating until all the hostages are brought home.
Now, let's turn to Serbia, while protesters have been crashing with police for a fifth straight day. Police, through multiple rounds, have shed tear gas to demonstrators who hold flags chanting slogans against President Alexander Vučić. Take a look again.
With flares, stones and baseball bats, Serbian protesters moved to the city of Valjevo and targeted their anger at the offices of the ruling Serbian Progressive Party, a latest escalation after multiple nights of violence. In the streets of the capital, protests continued through the night. Crowds were dispersed with water cannons and tear gas, but demonstrators remained steadfast.
The future of this country, the future of society, the values of society will be built by these young people, these students who will graduate in a few years. It is up to them to choose the values they wish to uphold.
Initial protesters were seeking justice for the victims of the Novi Sad train station collapse. Many blamed the tragedy on widespread governmental corruption. But what started as brief vigils then swelled into the largest protest movement in modern Serbian history. Weeks of brutal repression have changed the nature of protesters' demands, with many now demanding elections.
How this will end, no one knows, but we know how it should end, by peaceful means. Let the coward call elections, and if he loves his country, then he'll de-escalate the situation. We all know that the situation will calm down when elections are called.
Dozens of people have been injured in the violent clashes, while hundreds have been detained over the past week, as 9 months of largely peaceful pro-democracy protests have now reached their boiling point.
Well, this is the end of this English News edition. Thank you for your attention. Wishing you a happy week ahead.
BMBC Group ni sosiyete y'ubwubatsi igizwe n'izindi sosiyete zihurikiye muri yo. Ikora cane ibijanye n'ubwubatsi kugira ngo igihugu gise neza